Hangman. Pisces energy. Surrender and sacrifice. Could be a situation that's going to happen that's going to take some money out of your pocket. The sacrifice. It could be something that you're just going to have to surrender to. These are just messages. Somebody just probably going to have to surrender to some type of situation and just give in. It could be something like a high-ass bill. You know, like unexpected electricity bill. I don't know. It could be something as simple as that. You know, it could be something as big as, you know, surrendering to something like a mother-in-law. Just taking the sacrifice right now because maybe you need her as a babysitter. Maybe she be saying some slick shit. I don't know. But there's something definitely going on where you're just going to have to surrender to it for now. And that right there is the sacrifice, surrendering to it. You just have to surrender to it now. Something that you can't control. Yeah, it's talking about a setback. Somebody feeling like they have bad luck, so they're just gonna have to surrender to something. I don't know. Maybe they gotta surrender. Maybe somebody have to surrender to a lower paying job. A lower paying job. Maybe you have to just surrender to unemployment right now. Maybe your unemployment is not as much as, you know, your regular paying job. It's a setback and it is bad luck, but the thing about it is what goes down must come back up. Like once you get to the bottom of the bottom of the bottom, you don't stay there. You come up from there. Okay, somebody needs to go through an apprenticeship. And you know what? That's funny because there was a video. I wind up leaving my phone on the table and TikTok opens up and there's a video that I had previously watched and he's talking about an eagle and he says once an eagle hit the age of 40, you know, the beak has grown long and curved, so his beak is really it's no good anymore. And then it also says something about like his claws are like overgrown and turned inward. And then it said like his feathers become like he gets like these extra feathers and stuff. And so what he does is at that age he makes a decision, one or the other. Either the eagle is going to just, you know, allow like old age to win and they'll die, or they can go into the mountains, and when they go into the mountains they have to go through a very painful process. And one of the things that the eagle has to do is break off its own beak so that the new one can grow in, and that's very painful. And then once the new beak grows in, he has to pull out his own claws so that new ones can grow. Okay, and then from there he plucks out his feathers. And so this way he can get another 30, 40 years of life. And so I don't know who this message is for, but that's what I feel like. And it takes 150 days for the eagle to be able to fully heal from the whole situation. 150 days is damn near half of a year. Okay, so sometimes your struggle is not for you to become defeated. It is so that you can find a brand new you. So whoever that was for. Somebody else needs to compromise. We need to compromise here. Somebody needs to compromise. Oh, you know what? I feel like somebody has you compromise too much. That's what this is. You compromise too much. Hey, Bookie, how you doing, honey? You compromise too much. It may be time for you to end a battle, which is kind of weird because the first message was talking about surrendering, but the second message is talking about ending a battle. I wonder if this is a message for the person for the same group. And maybe somebody in this group is bullying someone. I don't know. Maybe it's time for you to stop bullying them. Maybe the first message was for the person who's getting bullied. Somebody needs to calm their temper. Maybe you've been super, super angry. Compromise. Ending the battle. Compromise. Oh, I read that wrong. It's for you to compromise and end a battle. Yeah, no. I got it right. Like I said, it might be time for you to stop being a bully. Yeah, compromise and end the battle. Calm your temper. Yeah. So you can move forward to calmer waters. Somebody needs to heal from some type of situation. Y'all, I'm sorry, my camera keeps moving. But it's time for somebody to heal from a painful situation, Six of Swords. A situation where you got hurt. Somebody has to, it's time for you to forgive and move forward. Said we had 0 shares. Thank you. That's all right. That's okay. It's okay for today. The move's good, girl. We done already moved in and we done damn near unpacked everything. Thank you for asking. Hey, love. Thank you, Lapiso. Did I say it right? Lapeso? Thank you for that share, honey. You know what? Now that I'm looking at this, especially with this calmer waters and moving ahead, I think somebody was in a situation where I think you need to compromise with yourself. I think this is a message about ending a battle that's within yourself. I think that's what this is talking about calming your temper. Because I feel like the only person that's getting beat up right now is you. And I think you're doing it to yourself. That's how come healing is important to whoever I'm talking to. This isn't about a person. I'm not talking to a bully. Pessimistic, poor communication, and manipulative. And I feel like that's what you got to move away from. And again, like I said to the first message, sometimes when we feel like we're going through something that's supposed to end us, it's supposed to enlighten you. Like, for instance, in this situation right here with this message, right, this compromise within yourself, right? Move forward because you've dealt with a lot of people who had poor communication skills and were very manipulative. Well, now you know what to watch out for. Now you know exactly what it's like when you can't communicate with somebody and you be like, you know what? I'm not even going to do this with you. That's a sign of growth. Like, you want me to, I'm not about to argue with you. I can't. So that's what that was for. All right, let's move on to this next message. What's the goal? Hey, auntie. That pretty mother feline. Thank you for the share. Just block somebody. Interesting. Hey, boo. We got 12 shares. That's what's up. All right. The next message is talking about somebody who's going through some type of heartbreak and sorrow. All right. This has been a very traumatic experience for you. How many times you going to go through it? Thank you, baby. Thank you, honey. What was it? Good morning. Thank you, baby, for the grand rising. Okay. Somebody, I feel like this is somebody who left. I don't know if you left or someone left you. All right, these are just stories about messages that come through. Y'all know we just make one big old story, right? And in this story, these are just different little messages for people that stay in this town. That story may or may not relate to you. That's all this is, you know. But in this little house in this town, right, in this story that I just made up out of the blue, right, is about it's about sorrow and trauma, because I feel like somebody could have moved out, yes, but I also feel like this means it's time for you to move on from a situation, okay? Because if you stay in this situation, it's going to be a disgrace. Thanks for the follow. And so for somebody here, it's almost like it's an ego check. It's almost like somebody needs to check their ego. It could be something that you got to let go of, you know? I know quite a few people who have had cars and just didn't want to let go of the car. It's the ego that don't want to let go of the car. Let go of the car. It's costing you a lot of money. Okay. Aw, thank you. Just push the like button. You tap, 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 tap the screen, like right there. Tap, 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 tap. Yeah, somebody had to leave a situation because I feel like they was being a disgrace to themselves. I feel like somebody was like, I can't live like this. This is how I plan to live. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't plan on being in this kind of apartment complex. I didn't plan on living this kind of life, dealing with these kind of people. This is just not me. So I feel like somebody left a situation. I do. I feel like somebody had to pack up and leave. And I feel like they had to pack up and leave because there was going to be a lack of options. I feel like this person needed to go through a reality check. And I just feel like you know what? It's not even that the person who packed up and left had to go through a reality check. But it's like the people around that person refused to understand reality. They didn't want a reality check. And so, because they didn't want that reality check, somebody had to pack up and leave. Like, I can't live in this. Remember when I said this is just a story, right? Okay, in this story, this is like delusional land. Majority of the time, my stories are created in delusional land. And so somebody was like, you know what? I've been here long enough. I don't want to be here anymore. And it's almost like, and you know what? I don't even think that you ever belonged there. I think that this person did. I think this person never really belonged there. It's like you was always able to see what was really going on. And because you was able to see what was really going on, maybe that's how come people had like a little beef with you or like a little problem with you. Or maybe that could even be why they stayed the fuck away from you, because they didn't want you to be able to figure out their problems, or because they could lie to everybody else, but they couldn't lie to you. It's like, it's like maybe this energy of somebody going like to this party or something, and it's like, yeah, girl, I got this BMW. Yes, my husband bought it for me. What, right? But then, like, you know, like, girl, I know you bought that car. I know you bought it. It's weird. It's this weird energy. And then it's not even that you know because you know, like you saw her, you know, because you know. You just like, Because I done seen you do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So now, first off, you already know. First off, I know that your man don't even like you like that. So why would he buy you this? Second off, I know you don't want to be always grocery shopping and buying everything and paying the rent. So why would, you know what I mean? But it's like just this big old, and everybody's like, oh, that's too nice. Like, it's just this weird energy of being able to be like, this is who you are. It's almost like that energy of this is just who you are. The message that I would say here is just be yourself so that nobody can tell people who you are, like the comment says, you know, so that nobody can expose you. You know, keep it 100. But I do think that that's how come a lot of people didn't fuck with you, because they felt like you would give them a problem. Tim, can you please bring me my spiral in a pen? I put it in, it's somewhere in there. Did you see it? All right. Next message. I am really going to ask Spirit to start giving me some good messages. I do not need these all to be kind of like Shay, thank you, baby. It's messages, baby. It's messages from the land of illusions and delusion. And so if you've ever lived there before, you're welcome to join us and see what the message might be for you. Okay? Okay, here we go. And that was Cachet sent one. And then I think somebody else sent one, yeah. Who else sent it? Sexy Mocha. Alright. Send in a coral reef if you guys want a mini read. You'll get a mini read just like how I'm doing these right now. These 3 little cards. You get your own little message for a coral reef. Alright. And then moderator with prices in there if you guys want a more in-depth reading or a story. I don't do readings, I do stories. Okay. So this third message, this fourth message, like I said, this is interesting because this 4-4 is talking about a foundation. So this is definitely somebody who's trying to figure out a foundation. If you take the number 4 and you flip it upside down, it actually does look like a chair. So this is talking about a situation that you can sit on. It's talking about a situation where you can sit on when times get hard. Okay. It's almost like making sure you got like 3 months worth of rent in a bank. Something like that. But this situation right here is about somebody finally seeing the truth, and this is seeing the truth about your situation, right? Because this is a foundation. So this is somebody's foundation. Wow, honey. And that's what I said. I hope I get some better readings, like some better stories. I hope they get a little bit happier, you know. But in this foundation that somebody's trying to build, babe, there's no right way. There's no right way. It's almost like somebody's trying to you know what it is? It's like somebody's trying to build a home and there's no foundation. It's impossible. It's impossible. Eventually the house is going to crumble. It's going to fall. It's not going to be sturdy. It's not going to, you can't sit on it. You know, it's like somebody's trying to build a chair without a place to sit. Like, I went to this one place and it was so crazy because they charge you to get in, right? And they had these little stools and the stools are so small you couldn't sit in them. They were so small like you couldn't sit in them. They were like for like little kids. Yeah. And my butt's not that big. Like I'm pretty thick now, you know, but my butt's not that big, you know what I'm saying? Like it's whoever's foundation this is, you want to be able to sit in it. And you definitely don't want to gain some weight, forbid, and now you definitely can't sit in it. Like, you want to build this foundation strong and solid. You know what I mean? If you put a item or a product out on the market and says, oh, it only fits up to 120 pounds, you're not going to sell as many as if it said, oh, it was sturdy and holds up to 450 pounds. Now you can make way more money because you have way more people who know that your foundation can support their weight. And it doesn't have to be weight, if you know what I mean. Okay, so somebody here is in a situation where you want your weight to be supported. And in this situation, it's not going to be. You could be 95 pounds, honey. If you don't understand what I'm saying, then you're just not going to understand what I'm saying. But you want to be in a situation where this situation can support my weight. Like I said, your weight could be your bills. I need to make sure that this situation is going to have 3 months worth of rent saved. And whatever this may be, it doesn't matter. It could be a relationship. It could be a job. It could be anything. So for instance, if it's a relationship, it would be like, dang, like if you feel on hard times, could your partner support you? Okay. If it's a job, when it comes time for you to hurt yourself, like if you do hurt yourself, do I get benefits? If I get pregnant, what do I still get Are you the only thing that get to just suck my life? Like, what do I get out of it? You know what I mean? But in this situation, this will be, because there's no right way you can go in this situation. So this will be being with a boyfriend, like no matter what bill it is, he's not gonna help. He's not gonna help you. He's not gonna help you. If it's a woman, no matter what situation you get into, she's not gonna help you. It doesn't matter how you try to use this situation or what path it is that you try to take. With this situation, it's not gonna work. It's a job that once you fucking retire, it's not gonna be enough to support you. It's a job like no matter what you do, they will fucking fire you. It's a friendship, that's one way. The support, it's not there. There's no foundation, and you're sitting here trying to figure out which way can I go that's gonna bring in a certain foundation or a certain structure. You can't build with this person, or you can't build with this object. You can't. It's just not gonna work, babe. Your next card is death. Look at that. It's death. And also dealing with your chakras. Okay, this is also dealing with your chakras. And underneath there, you got that Queen of Coins in reverse. What did I tell you? It's impossible. Look at the money. Look at the money. Look at the funds. It's impossible. It's not gonna work. So that was for message 4. Okay. Message 5. 5 is talking about a painful situation. 5s are painful. It's talking about a painful situation, but 5, it goes in so many different directions. It's do, and it has around, like, there's so many ways that you can go with 5 that it's pretty much inevitable to stay in that energy. See, 4s come with the foundation, and then 5 comes with this. It's hard. You know, if we just talked about making a home, right? If we just talked about making a home, it took time for you to collect the money, right? And then you have to watch them build the home. You know? 5 is like the construction workers are taking too long. You had to fire your electrician. Now you got to look for a new one. You know, your contract is, you know, you had this much time with the city to get things done. You get into that point. You know, you just found out you have to take something down and redo it. Somebody maybe broke your sink or a granite countertop, who knows, you know. That's the energy of 5. The energy of 5 is just like, oh my, it's just like here. It's like, it's so much energy, and that's the energy of 5, right? And the energy of 5 can become painful. It can become depressive. It's almost like when you're in this energy, you'll be like, damn, I don't even want to build this house no more. Like, damn, like, did I make a mistake? Usually is how you feel in 5. It's like, did I fucking make a mistake? And your mind just starts racing. It goes everywhere. So that's what this will be. Message 5. Oh, we got some cards that fell out already. 2 of Cups, dysfunctional family. So now somebody's worried about a dysfunctional family. Somebody also got taken advantage of. We also talking about somebody getting taken advantage of. And this is weird too, because somebody just wanted a happy family. Like, I just wanted a happy family. I didn't even want all this. So I'm talking to somebody who definitely is like family orientated. And you know what this could be? Because of that 5 and all of that stuff, like I was saying, like being here, and there. It could be a lesson to you, because sometimes we get mad at our parents because how our parents are, not knowing that your parents ultimately was teaching you how not to be as a parent. And instead of us being like, okay, I'm so thankful that, you know, my mom or my dad or whoever it was taught me, you know, how to not be we get mad at them when you should be thankful. I feel like you should be thankful to people when they teach you how not to be. That's just me personally. And so that's how I feel like the dysfunction is. The dysfunction was to teach you a lesson. And I think that lesson was how not to be. I feel like because whoever this is, whoever I'm talking to, and remember this is just a land of delusion, you know, and sometimes everybody that live in land of delusion, they don't stay delusional, you know, and so they eventually move out, you know, or they're not wanted, you know, or they get picked on because they can see what's really going on, or they're the crazy person in town, you know, because everybody can't always leave. Sometimes leaving is not an option, you know. But there's somebody who got taken advantage of, you know, and I do feel like this was somebody who got taken advantage of, like in a SA manner. And I think this was for you to teach, you know, to be with your children. And I feel like you took the lesson, but I think that I feel like the children don't understand, the child don't understand, but I feel like they will. Depend on their age, right? If they're like younger in age, they probably don't understand. 13, 14 years old, probably don't understand, Mom, why I can't go out, why I can't do this? Because you're super protective, right? Because you are super protective. Because of the stuff that you had to go through. Because of the things that you watched. And maybe it wasn't even you. Maybe you saw it happen to another family member. Maybe they was the one that was in a dysfunctional family. I don't know. But whatever it was that you saw or either went through, it made you super protective over your child. And so I feel like the child don't really understand how come you're so protective. I personally feel like if that is the case, talk to them. Open up to them and let them know, like, hey, this is what I went through. This is real life, and I don't want you to go through it. When you first talk to them, they may understand, depending on the child. They may not, and that's not the case. But the case is when they get older, they will understand. I also feel like for somebody who did get in that situation, you possibly had a child who was not in that situation, which puts your grandchildren in a position of being put in that situation. So somebody somewhere here, there needs to be some type of communication to practice safety. Okay? And so for those that don't understand what I'm saying, there was a picture that I saw of this baby, and the baby was sitting in a man's lap. But the baby was sitting like right here in his lap. And it made me uncomfortable. And I didn't know if it was because I had my own childhood traumas that I was dealing with, or if this really was an inappropriate way to hold a child. And so I showed the picture to two men. And both men said, yeah, that's not how you hold a child. Both men said that when a man holds a child, that baby is always supposed to be over to the side and sitting on his leg and never sitting in a man's lap. You know what I'm saying? And so you may, whoever this message is for, you may feel as though you're being overprotective, but you need to be overprotective. But I also feel like with that overprotectiveness, I also feel like somebody needs to be more open and communicate and communicate like, hey, this is the real world. And I feel like there's a child here that you will save from going through the same thing that you experienced, because there is a lot of malicious stuff going on, and it's somebody, and it will come from somebody who's too friendly. They too friendly, and they talk a lot, and it could be a man or it could be a woman. Okay? This person, you know what? I feel like this might be someone newer in the family. Or if, I don't know. I don't know who it could be anybody. I don't want to say it's a family member or not, but I feel like it's like a fake uncle. I feel like it's not a real uncle. It's not a real auntie. I feel like the approach was, they approach you based on a vulnerability and a weakness. Yeah. So somebody just needs to be careful. Okay. Hey, Bookie. All right. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. And that was 5. That was feeling away. So somebody could be feeling away about the safety of another child. Talk about it. Talk about it. That was weird. All right, 6. 6 is a pregnancy. This is a thought. This is 6 is when the semen hits the egg. 6 is conception. All right, you flip it a 9, you flip it around, you have a 9, which is talking about birth, right? Giving birth, 9 months. So this could be more so talking about a relationship. This could be a relationship where somebody's dealing with the 10 of Swords. This could be about somebody being in a relationship where they're going through something that's really painful right now. They could be feeling like they don't know if they're going to make it the next day. But somebody here is playing a victim in this energy. And somebody's playing victim, but they're playing this off of someone else's traumatic events. So I think somebody here overspoke who they were, if that makes sense. I feel like sometimes when you're in a relationship with people, I just feel like some of the stuff that you have experienced in the past is just not your person's business. Sometimes I know we want to give this, talk to these people about our most intimate moments, but I feel like only tell someone as much about you as they tell you about them. If they don't talk to you about their traumatic events and stuff, then I wouldn't talk to them about my traumatic events. And even to a degree, sometimes people might talk to me about their traumatic events, and I'm still not going to talk to you about my traumatic events, because I don't need you coming and talking to me about something or trying to use something. And that's what I feel like somebody used this traumatic event and made you feel bad. And now they're playing the victim. Traumatic event could have been anything. It could have something to do with abandonment issues. There's blocked emotions here. Well, that's how come this person is able to hurt you, because they have blocked emotions. I feel like this person, I feel like this person don't do well with like bad news. Bad news could be like, oh, well, this is how you made me feel. That's bad stuff. I don't want to talk about it. You're not receiving as much love as you gave, and this is a 6, so this is talking about a relationship. And it's a 10 of Wands. It's going to burn you out. This is a battle. Because this person is taking you for granted. So you got the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. 10 goes back to 1. It's talking about self. This is a situation that you put yourself in. Because you definitely could have got yourself out of it, But this is also talking about a situation that you needed to be in so that you can know how to start taking care of yourself. This is talking about self-care, self-love. 1 and 0 goes back to 1. Okay, 1 and 0 is really it's a program too. So this is also talking about reprogramming the program. All right. So good luck for that. Message 7. We're only going to do 10 of these. Yes. Yep. Conception and procreation. Okay. 7 is a tricky number. 7 can come from heaven. 7 is like a godly number, but a lot of people forget that Satan is God too. Like there's different varieties of gods. So which God sent you the 7? Oh, we got the Ace of Coins. Look at that. Look at that. We got an Ace of Coins. This is a brand new beginning. This is a financial opportunity. This is coming up out of poverty. Okay. This is manifestations. All right. Mantras. You want to know what's funny? Was 6 into 7. 6 is talking about a relationship and how you have this burden and stuff. And I bet you 6 goes into 7. I bet you whoever related to 6 also can relate to house 7. Because in house 7, what happened is she already experienced everything that house 6 had endured. And so because she decided to get herself out of that house and she found her own house, that's how she wound up in house 7, right? Because of that, she started getting blessed with things. She started getting an abundance of things. It came with peace. So this is a good 7. This is a good 7. Ace of Coins is not bad at all. After unhappiness. And after being blinded by the truth. After being in such a negative energy. Freedom. 8 of Swords, freedom. You get freedom from this burden. This could be a Leo. This could be somebody who has to deal with headaches, back problems. There could be some situation here where somebody got a sunburn. But this is also talking about using your protection. This is being careful because everybody can't do this. Everybody can't walk in the sun. Things are getting hot. Things are getting heated. Something could be cooking. And by that, anything could be cooking, like an idea. Somebody could be pregnant. Somebody could have just lost a baby. If somebody lost a baby, I think you're going to wind up pregnant again. If somebody lost a relationship, I think somebody's going to wind up in a new relationship. So if you want that person, you better go get them because they're not going to be single for long. Somebody's self-love is about to bring them some prosperity. Somebody also is about to release someone is about to be released. Somebody's about to break up with somebody. Let's go on to 8. Let's go on to 8. 8 is back and forth. 8 is yin and yang. 8 is what goes up must come down. 8 is as above, so below, right? 8 is where is the same, but 8 is also talking about multiplying. Okay? Let's see. The High Priestess. Sacred knowledge. We like that. We like that. As interesting that the High Priestess will come out with 8. You know, as above, so below and stuff. 8 is magical. Boomerang effect. This is divine feminine energy. Somebody's trying to figure out a light. Somebody's trying to figure out a way. Pisces energy. This could be something that's very emotional to you. This also could be third party. Somebody could be in a third party here. Excuse me. This could be somebody trying to get some information about a third party. But I feel like whatever this is, especially if you're in a third party, this is what you're doing. Do your unconscious mind know that this is what's going on? Or is no, that's what it is. It's your unconscious mind that's allowing you to let this go on. So remember when I say like how people be living in Delusionalville, right? Okay, so we made up this town. It's called Delusionalville, and that's where all my stories come from, okay? So in this house here, which is house 8, right? This is what goes up must come down. You better be careful if you're in this house, right? But this is also a house of money. This is also a house of money because 8 is also talking about money, right? It's also talking about manifestations. It's talking about magic. Ooh, if you in this house, this is a very interesting house. This is a very interesting house. So is somebody doing magic here? Somebody could be doing magic here. And it could be a third party, some type of third party situation going on where there's magic being done. Maybe somebody's using their emotion over their thoughts about being in this third party situation, but somebody better be careful. Because remember, what goes up comes down. It's a boomerang effect. What you put out comes back. Let me get another card. What is this? I knew it. I knew it. 7 of Swords. You all see that picture? Look at that. What's in the back? A bed. Somebody in that bed. He looked a little bit angry. Did she get caught? Told y'all it was third party. I felt that. Third party situation. Okay, Seven of Swords. It's in reverse. Somebody's about to come clean. You might want to rethink your approach with this person. What? A fresh start. Where? Let me get another card. A fresh start. Returning home. Oh, okay. So if your man cheated on you and you was the main chick in this third party situation, girl, he coming home. And you gonna take him. He coming home. He gonna come clean. There's some coming clean here, some fresh start. And this is literally saying rethink your approach. If this is the relationship that you want to be in, there comes a time when you're just going to have to forgive, forget, and move forward. You know, but you got to come clean. You can't do this no more. Like making making boundaries, making it clear, and letting this person know, like, hey, I'm not going to be angry. I'm not going to be upset, you know, but this is the last time. I'm not going to keep doing this with you. Y'all, I'm going to pull an extra card on number 8. But I feel like, I'm going to be honest, and High Priestess is also related to Pisces, and I'm a Pisces, and so I hate to kind of put negative energy on the High Priestess, but it is what it is, right? Because it don't have to be a Pisces. This just could be somebody who's emotional. I think somebody put some in house 8 in this land of delusion. In that house, what happened to that man was somebody put some spell work on him, and I wonder who it was. Because in this town of Delusionalville, USA, there's only 10 houses, because we're only doing 10 today. He's going to return home. Between the two of you, it could be you. It might be you who hold on to the past, and then he will be unhappy with his choices, or it will be him who hold on to the past and you will be unhappy with your choices. But I think that this High Priestess did some type of magic on him. I'm going to dig a little bit deeper for 8. Notice of eviction. That's what pisses her off. So what does she do? She take a risk. She take a risk and do what? She makes the wrong judgment call. She repeats her same mistakes, which was her mental strength. Somebody messed with somebody who belonged in the loony bin. And there goes that 5. She struggles with 5. She struggles with 5, and 5 was talking about, look how big the 5 is. You see the 5 right there? Okay, struggles with 5. I feel like the struggle with 5 is I feel like somebody got sexually abused here. And I think that this person goes crazy when they feel like someone has, you know, been on top of them and then like kind of disregards them, and it's not even really that this person disregarded them, but it's almost like, it's not that I wanted to disregard you, but I'm going home. So somebody, the main chick, whoever the main chick is, the man is going back to his main chick. If you are the side chick and you're listening, he's going home. He's going home. So, I can't do tarot readings. Okay? I can't do tarot readings. So, the reason I can't do tarot readings is because I was told that I could go to jail for it. And I have people who watch me, right? And so, let me try to fix this so it don't keep. Okay, hopefully she don't move. But I was told that if I tell, if I do readings, I could go to jail. And like I said, they're watching, so I had to change it up. So I'm just a storyteller. I just make up stories. Okay, I don't read energy. You know what I mean? So I just make up stories. And sometimes these stories, you might relate to one of the stories. Or you might want me to create a story for you. Because you can't get paid. I cannot receive money for doing a tarot reading, or I can go to jail. So I don't do tarot, baby. I make up stories. Elaborate stories. Okay? You like the stories? Thank you. Yeah. But this is a situation where there was a man who I think, maybe you guys broke up. I don't know. Maybe y'all broke up and he just started messing with another woman. But that man wants to go home. He's going home to his main chick. But the thing about it is, main chick, the side chick has been going through something mental. This person is mental. And will do stuff. For instance, I've told y'all this story before. I'll tell it again because some of y'all didn't hear it. I had a friend at the time, and she met this guy, and she decided that him and her were going to chill, whatever. And so one day she had him come over and she brushed his hair, and she just sat and brushed his hair and just talked to him and just was like letting him tell her stories about his life until she had enough of his hair in her brush, so she collected the hair. And then one night she invited him over and she goes into his pants and she makes him do these things inside his pants, and she gets a towel, she gets a paper towel, some tissue, and she cleans it up and she throws it in the trash. When she leaves, she takes it out the trash. How do I know? Because she told me. So now she goes to Facebook and she prints out a picture, one of his pictures that's on Facebook. She put all this stuff together and she told me that she put it through the fire. And I told her, I said, why would you send that man through the fire? Why would you send him through the fire? What did he do to you that you want to send him through the fire? Because you know what happened when you go through the fire, right? Your life gets hard as fuck when you go through the fire. You may or may not come out as the phoenix on the other end. But why would you send that man through the fire? Why would you take his personal belongings and put it in a fire so that this man can be more attracted to you? And so when I sit here and to me, she crashed out, but she didn't appear to be that type of woman that crashed out. But she crashed out and she did a spell on this man. It didn't work. It didn't work. Not that I know it. He didn't come back to her because she didn't even do the right type of spell. You don't send him through the fire and say, I want to do a love spell and me send him through the fire. That's not gonna make no man fall in love with you now that he got his bills and his friends is turning on him and he done got into a car accident and he at the lowest of the lows, because that's what happened when you send somebody through the fire, right? Am I lying? Can you put it in the comments and can you tell me what you think happens when somebody goes through the fire? Because in my mind, you get burned. And let me tell you something. If I just got burned to a point where I'm not homeless or I'm fighting to be homeless, I done lost my car, I done lost my friends, me and my family, we fighting. Let me tell you one thing that's not on my mind. Love. I'm not trying to love you. I'm trying to get my shit together. But the thing about it is, what if he got a girl at home? And he's going through the fire, he's going through all of this stuff. That's when a lot of people start feeling that energy that you send to them. Now everybody's against him. That's how he's gonna feel. He's gonna feel like everybody's against him. If it's a molehill, he's gonna turn it into a mountain because you sent him through the fire. Like, you're putting all this negative energy on him. And so I feel like that's what's going on in this situation here in House 8. I feel like there is an outsider. I feel like that he made a mistake and got with some type of outsider who is actually doing some type of work on him and trying to destroy your relationship because he went home. She may not even know that he went home, to be honest. She may not know that he went home. I'm curious to know what he would do. I'm curious to know what his situation is now. Is he gonna go back? Is he gonna stay home? Are they gonna break up? That's what I'm curious to know. All right, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was House 9. All right, let's talk about House 10. This is gonna be the last message for today. House 10. We got 15 shares. Can we get more than 15 shares? Can we get more than 15 shares? Well, what you down there trying to carry? You all right? Buddha? Okay, baby. Thanks, guys, for the share. Thank you. A couple more people can hit that share button. Y'all could do better than 19 shares. Fat, come here. Come here. Yeah. Do you hear your nephew on the camera? Oh, you can't hear him? You can hear him? Oh, okay. He need like some, yeah, he needs something, baby. He needs something. And I'm like, are you carrying something? He said.
So you can't see my comments because I put that in the comments.
What comment are you looking for?
See, 2 of my comments not even there.
And I'm like, are you carrying something?
Look at all that. And I'm missing some of those comments. My internet must not be in. I don't know what's going on.
Probably TikTok.
You can ask us for
Alright. Oh, baby. All right, 10. I need a 10 house, right? Somebody finds love. Love where there's mutual respect, love, and equality. And then I saw this card and I shuffled and I just reached in and pulled out, and this is what came out. King of Cups. Somebody's about to fall in love. Somebody is about to meet a non-toxic masculine. But this person also knows about emotional maturity. So if you don't keep your composure, you could lose this person. They could be a doctor or work at a hospital or like across the street from a hospital or something like that. Could be a hospital like real close. And I feel like the reason that you can lose this person easy is because this person has already dealt with a catastrophe. Right? I feel like this is someone who has dealt with a lot of destruction. Or just been like in the energy or the presence of destruction. Pull one more card on this love. Don't be reckless with this. I don't know. Somebody's about to find love. Somebody is going to find love, but for some people, it's gonna be reckless, right? And for some of you guys, it's saying don't be reckless with this person. Okay, give me one more. I need one more card on this king. See, this is giving me two different. It's giving me two different types here. It's giving me one type where they have already dealt with people who were selfish, and so if you come off selfish, they'll leave. But then it's also saying that some of you guys are going to fall in love with someone who is selfish. Interesting. I wonder which one you're going to meet. I personally wonder which one you're going to meet. Like, which one is for you personally? Like, if you meet someone and you like him, is this the one? Is he going to be a good guy or is he going to be a bad guy? Because it's like literally thrown up in the air, a 50-50 chance that, and I'm just like wondering like, okay, so who are you going to meet? Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That one was 9. The other one was 8. I knew it was 8. Why did I count it as 9? So that one was number 9. 9 is an ending. So this is somebody who ended something. Somebody who's been through something that was kind of like super painful. Because remember, 9 is giving birth. 9 is how long you've been pregnant. 9 is when you're tired. 9 is when you're just ready for it to be over. I'm just over this. This is 10. Damn, 10 is talking about someone who's depressed. Someone who's been feeling hopeless and someone who's been dealing with anxiety as well as panic attacks. Thanks for the follow, honey. Ace of Swords, but some new ideas is getting ready to come in. Congratulations. You needed this. There's a breakthrough here, and I'm also seeing like somebody to talk to, but I'm wondering if this is really somebody to talk to or if you're talking to your higher self. But I definitely see the depression, the anxiety, the feeling hopeless, the blues, the being at the bottom of the bottom. I see that that is what you needed to go through so that you can come up with some brand new ideas. See, if a slave don't know that he's a slave, he won't try to find his freedom. In order for a slave to understand that he's a slave, he has to go through some things that slaves will go through, right? He'd have to. There's the energy here that somebody wants you to be unfocused so that you can miss a chance miss a chance at a calling. It's weird because once you start to know that that's how come you're in a depressive state, or even an oppressed state, when you start to realize that's what it is, right? I feel like you can get up and do something about it. I feel like at that point you should be able to get up and do something about it, because now you know that somebody is literally preying on your downfall. Hey, Miss Neil. We already know somebody's preying on your downfall, so get up. Your last card is the moon. Dreams, illusions. This is talking about you cannot have these far out dreams and thinking that it's going to happen. Like, for instance, a lot of people dream right now is to marry a millionaire. Everybody's dream right now is to be a millionaire. A lot of people don't have realistic goals. In order for you to come out of this depression, you have to have some realistic ideas. But I do think that somebody's going to get some new ideas. But what I'm saying is make sure that your ideas are realistic. Tenth house is also talking about somebody learning about themselves. It's time for you to know who you are. Okay? All right, now that was the 10 messages that I wanted to do. All right? Ashe. Sexy mocha. Right, want to be comfortable and secure in your finances. You know, me personally, Sexy Mocha, I decided to... Thank you for that. Thank you for that clarification. I decided to not focus on money, but to focus on freedom. Is what I decided to do, because once I'm free, I take control of my finances. You know? And so I noticed that part of the program here is to make us all chase money, when at the end of the day it's not about money, it's about having your corporation. That's literally what it's about. And now that I'm into this stuff, I'm never gonna stop talking about it. And so when you guys meet me, you're gonna meet that person who uses stories and tarot cards, you know, and we incorporate it at any given time with freedom, because that's what we crave. And at the end of the day, you got a lot of people out here, these fake spiritual people, but these people, they don't want freedom. They don't want freedom. It's almost like, how can you keep predicting who I'm going to fall in love with? How can you keep telling me that my boyfriend is cheating on me, X, Y, and Z, but you can't tell me, you know, in the future that CPS is going to come and take my children? But you're not telling me that, oh my God, some of you guys are about to lose your house. Oh my God, like, this is what's about to go on. You're about to get an eviction. Oh my God, they're plotting and planning something behind your back, so you need to be very careful at your job. Start plotting and planning on getting a new job. Go out and look for a new job right now, because your job, they're going to fire you. Like, so it's just weird, you know. And as a spiritual person, how can we be spiritual and not want freedom? And if your ancestors, because remember back in the day, which I don't think happened. I really honestly don't think that happened, because I swear my ancestors keep telling me that didn't happen. Every time I get ready to tell the story about a slavery time, they keep telling me that didn't happen. It wasn't true. But that's a whole nother story for when I just come on and have a conversation with you guys. But in the process of, let's just hypothetically say that slavery did exist. Back then, if you were a free family, you had to show documents that you were free. And so that's what I believe. If you don't know your history, right, then you don't know where you're going. But what if knowing your history, thank you, baby, thank you for the heart, honey. But what if your history was just to tell you where you're going? Like, what if somebody came out and said, okay, we're going to make this history so that they can learn it. Hopefully they can start seeing what they're going to do to them in the future. Because I promise in my heart, I don't think that slavery existed. I don't think that it existed. I don't. Oh, you're a coon. I'll be a coon. I don't believe slavery existed. I think it was a made up story. I think it was a made up fucking story. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you one of the main reasons why. If you get on the internet and you look for people who came to America on ships, it ain't us. It ain't us. You know what I mean? When you see people on these ships coming to America, it ain't us. And when you do see a picture of us, it's always a fucking drawing or some type of clay that then got hardened over the years. Okay? I have seen pictures of multiple ships coming over here to America, and the people who got off them ships wasn't us. But there's pictures of us owning things like casinos, for instance, and ships and boats. And I've seen how we were dressed. There's pictures of those, and we were dressed quite debonair. So I just don't think that it existed. But this is the thing, though. When you think that a lower class is being treated away, right? And you think that you'll never be in that class, that's where things get fucked up at. That's where it gets real fucked up at. Because, for instance, we have allowed our cats and dogs to get spayed and neutered. They're cats. Who cares? We didn't care about the animal kingdom, right? When it came to the cats and the dogs. And the next thing you know, there's a lot of women, not just in Africa, but also here in America, who was saying that they could not be released from jail, or they will release them from jail if they got spayed or neutered. Okay, so it's just a lot of things that I think that we are okay with as long as it's happening to other people. But it's going to happen to you next. It's going to happen to you next. And so that energy that got put out there in all of this fake story stuff, right? And all of this fake story stuff, you have to have discernment. You have to have the feeling of truth inside yourself. So that when people tell you these stories, and then you got to trust yourself to know that these stories are real or fake. Because I'm telling you, when you start talking about these things, something will come through and it will tell you like, nah, that ain't right. That ain't right. That ain't how it went. I'm telling you, I was there. That ain't how it went. And that's what my ancestors keep saying. They keep saying, that's not how it went. That's not how it was. Life with Eddie Murphy, that probably was how it was. That's probably how it went. And they probably did lock up a lot of black men and take pictures of that. That could be it. Those could be the people that they, was picking cotton. There's a possibility that they was definitely underpaying us 1-2 cents an hour to pick some cotton. They could have got those pictures, But at the end of the day, I really just honestly don't believe that slavery existed. I just don't believe it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of fake stories out there. There's a lot of fake stories that they say is real, and there's a lot of fake stories, a lot of real stories out there that they say is fake. Okay? Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that's going on that people were saying was conspiracy theories, and now here it is 20 years later, these are not theories anymore. They're not theories. Okay? Like, the shit is, it's really going on. It's really happening. So when you go into the library and you going and looking for something that's real, go into the fictional section. And when you want something that's fake, go into the real section. Okay? Sexy Mocha. Let me get you your quick story, baby girl. All right, let's get you your quick story. I feel like this has something to do with communication. I got you, Miss Neal. I feel like this has something to do with some type of communication. It might be little to no communication. I don't know. King of Cups. Page of Wands. Your story is just talking about a love, like this love letter. So I feel like this is telling me who you want to communicate with. I feel like you want this guy, which is weird as fuck that this is as simple as it got for me. Like, you know, you sent a couple of them. How many? You sent 2? How many you sent, baby girl? Oh, you just sent 1. Okay. All right, I got you. Yeah, this is so... Your reading is so bland, blah. But I'm going to give it to you anyway. Okay? You want someone who's considerate and balanced and generous. You also want someone who's emotionally balanced and someone who is compassionate, diplomatic, can give you some good advice, someone who's creative, and someone who has wisdom, right? You want someone who is... has a high emotional IQ per se, right? That's what you want, right? But I feel like you got discouraged along the way of what you want, right? I feel like you got discouraged. I feel like there is this bad news that you keep hearing. You know what? And you got to be careful of the things that you hear, because sometimes other people can tell us their story and then their story can interfere with our energy. So be careful with that. I feel like you think that you easily can be tricked, and maybe you can. Maybe you can be. Maybe you can. I've been easily tricked, and not even by men. Sometimes by women that just, I thought they were my friends, or I thought we was cool, and they just tricked the fuck out of me. You know, I didn't even think I had to read cards or anything on them. I didn't think I had to go to my little board and ask the board if this person could be trustworthy. I didn't think that I had to go inside myself and just sit down and meditate on this person. Like, is this person really out to get me? Like... You know, so I get that, being easily tricked. And I think because you're easily tricked, that's how come you've been discouraged to thinking that you can't find this king. You got to redirect that energy. It's time for you to get on a spiritual path. If you get on a spiritual path, then eventually you're going to find someone. See, the thing about the spiritual path is it's going to lead you somewhere where there's others like you. That's what it is. It's what it is. I don't know, you might go to a fucking singing bowl competition one day. I don't fucking know. You might go to a fucking witches convention. Who the fuck knows? It's like someone who likes fucking comics. And then all of a sudden they can afford tickets to Comic-Con. They go to Comic-Con and they meet the fucking nerd that's their fucking equal. Now they're getting married at the next Comic-Con. You know what I mean? And so what I'm seeing here, in order for you to get this king that you're looking for, you're going to have to go inside. You're going to have to reflect, and you're going to have to withdraw from a lot of these things that discouraged you. Yeah. It's a lot of chaos mentally there with you when it comes to love. And you know what it is? It's just scrambled up programs. You know, and that's it. Oh, thank you. That was sweet. Yeah, so I feel like that's what it is. It's about, like, there was this girl who said something like about when she goes somewhere, this is how certain men are to her and stuff. if I go out to a club or a bar and I meet a man, I don't expect that man to treat me with a certain type of respect. I'm just being honest. You know, especially like if, and I'm just, and maybe this is me being, you know, liquidous or liquor-ish or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But if I see a girl drinking Hennessy, me personally, my mind is like, just based on that drink alone, like she might want to fight you at the end of the club. I'm not trying to hang out with her. You know what I mean? Like, if I see a man and he's just ordering a whole bunch of like hard fucking a bunch of hardcore liquor, I'm probably going to want to stay away from him just based on, you know, just on how I meet them. And and it could be wrong, but it's the environment that I meet you in, and it's what you're doing in the environment while I'm meeting you. I don't expect for you to have a high IQ when I meet you. You're just sitting here drinking all of your fucking brain cells away. I'm talking about drinking multiple bottle after bottle after bottle after bottle. Because if you can drink 3 bottles in one night, then that means you must drink often. Like, I'm just taking, you know, and I could be wrong, but I'm just using a chance here. You know what I mean? So if you want a better chance, so in other words, if you go to a bar, there's like what, a 10% chance that you're gonna meet someone that you're actually gonna like, someone who's gonna respect you, someone who's not just looking for some ass, you know, and then they're gonna disappear. You know what I mean? But if you go somewhere like to a knitting class, you might not find a man there, but a baking class, you know, not saying that if he's in a baking class, he's not going to beat your ass. But what I am saying is you have a higher chance of meeting someone who you can actually fall in love with doing something that don't involve like the nightclub. Let's be for real, like cops, you know, if there's a high chance of you falling in love with a cop who's going to beat your ass. There's a high chance of you falling in love with somebody in the military who's going to beat your ass. There's a high chance of you falling in love with a barber, a DJ, or a doctor who's going to cheat on you. Like, you know what I mean? And so what I just feel like this is just clearing your mind of all the chaos that comes with the whole dating scene, and just kind of refresh yourself and start over. And then just think about it. Okay, where do you want to go? You might want to go somewhere where they're having wine at 2 o'clock in the afternoon versus where they're drinking hardcore liquor at 2 o'clock in the morning. You know? So that's what I see here for you to find your king. Good luck, baby girl. Good luck. Kashay, are you here? I haven't seen her. She probably got off. She usually just drop gifts and then leave. Kashay, are you on? If not, then we'll do Miss Neil. Kashay or Miss Neil. And every time I ask Kashay, I'll be like, how do I pronounce your name? I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Spell it out like you was talking to like a slow person. Spell it out like I'm slow. Like if somebody asked me to spell my name out, which is Kewii, I would put Keewee. Koshay. Koshay? Koshay. Am I saying it right now? I always feel like I'm saying your name wrong. Koshay. Oh Lord, I'm slow. I must be slow as hell. Koshay? Am I? Fafa, what it say, huh? Is it like Tashay? Koshay. Okay, Miss Neal. O'Shea. Koshay. Cachet. Auntie Yo say cachet, but she's saying O'Shea like Kyoshe. O'Shea, so K-O'Shea. 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 Am I saying that right? Thank you, girl. Whew. At least I ain't the only one on this bus. Like Tashe Kashe. Girl, you got to call me on the phone one day and tell me how to pronounce your name. But she say K in front of O'Shea, so K O'Shea. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was Oshkosh. Kashe. 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 Okay. Kashe. Okay. Okay. Kashe. Okay, girl. It took a lot. Girl, you've been sending gifts for a long time. I was like, let me get this girl's name right because I do not know. Kashe. Okay. All right. Kashe. I'm not going to forget now. Kashe. 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 All right. I don't know why now I want a pretzel. From Wetzel's Pretzel. I don't know why. But now I feel like I want a Wetzel's Pretzel. All right, baby girl. Let's get it. All right. Kashe. 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 All right. Let's get it. For Miss Kashe. Luck. Ooh, good luck is coming into your life. Have you been feeling good luck? Hey, little star, have you been feeling good luck? I feel like there's something in your destiny. Something's getting ready to change for you. There's about to be this big improvement. And it might have something to do with your daycare. You're probably about to improve your daycare. Have you been thinking about doing that? Trying to figure out her name, right? But it's Koshe. It's Kosh. Koshe. It's Koshe. Oshkosh. Koshe. Yeah. I think with hard work and consistency and strong will, you probably, because what I feel like, are you thinking about hiring employees? Because I feel like I see more bigger people coming in, and then I feel like with more bigger people coming in, now we can take on more little people. Your house is getting fixed. Interesting. Because I do see, yeah, strong will and improvement here. Are you thinking on bringing in more people to work for you? I see more big people, which bring in more little people. No, of course. You can't bring in people while you're repairing, of course. But once you do repair, are you thinking about bringing in more like employees so that you can bring in more children? Is that what I see? Because I think yes. Get over your weakness. Get over the self-doubt. You can do this. Okay? But there's this energy here of somebody trying to take over your business. There's an energy of somebody trying to take over your business. Have you ran into that energy yet? This is the message for you, baby girl. Make sure you dot every fucking I and cross every fucking T. Because I think somebody's trying to come after your business. Who? I'm not sure. Because it's just a 3-card read. And I just recently went back to just doing my regular 3 cards for the coral reefs. I was doing like 10 cards at first for a while because I wasn't settled and because I was here, there, and everywhere. So I was just giving people, a better opportunity. But now that I'm settled and I'm, getting back into the groove of things, I'm only pulling 3 cards. But there is definitely somebody who's going to try to take over your business because this person is petty. They have a lot of low energy and they are abusing their power. So I don't know who that is, but somebody's definitely going to come in and try to take over your business. So you just double check and make sure, quadruple check that everything that you're doing with your business is legit. Okay? Just make sure it's all legit. You can say, oh, Kiwi, it's legit. Just don't fight me on this one. Because you know how sometimes somebody say, oh, you should make sure you got all your paperwork. You be like, bitch, I do. Like, bitch, I know what I'm doing. Don't fight me on this one because that's not what I'm doing. But what I am saying is somebody's going to come in and they're going to try to do something to your business. And I need you to protect your business. Okay? I need you to make sure, make sure you paid for whatever needs to be paid for. Should pay for it in advance. So when they come and say, nah, bitch, not only is it paid for, but bitch, it's paid for in 6 months, for 6 months. Bitch, get out of my face. And it's not even a bitch get out of my face. It's even at this point, it's learning how to cuss a bitch out without cussing a bitch out. You know what I mean? So I even feel like some of that is going to be good for you because this person, I feel like they're going to come in high and fucking mighty and they're going to try to fucking belittle you. And it's so funny because I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what it is. It could be something like being too dark skinned. It could be something like being overweight. It could be something like having nappier hair. But I feel like this person is also gonna come out and try to attack you, and say these things, which I don't know. I don't know what it is. But I feel like they're gonna come out low key, sneakily, underhandedly, try to say these things about you. And I feel like you should be able to fire back without them having to retaliate. And if they do retaliate, you could go to court and be like, Judge, I didn't say X, Y, and Z. That's not, I said X, Y, and Z. For instance, in Texas, if we want to call somebody, the earth word, we'll say, Lord bless your heart. We say little things like that. It sounds like you're getting a positive comment from me, but really that means you're earth. Lord, please bless your heart. Like, oh, Lord. Oh, po child, bless your heart. It's like sympathy. It's like pity. So if I were you, I would even go to the computer and I would learn some of those little slangs, oh, where'd you get your hair from? I usually pay like $350 for my hair. You probably found somewhere where you could pay $15, for your weave. Like, where'd you get it from? I don't know, little slick shit. You have such a pretty smile. Do you want the number to my dentist? Because my dentist could definitely get in there and straighten all your teeth out and make your teeth look even better than what they look right now. I don't know. I just feel like some real slick shit. Because whoever this person is, they might even come in and try to retaliate based off of you, going off on them. But sometimes going off on a person in a very low, underhanded tone is better than going off with... I like to leave people on a cliffhanger. Did she just insult me? Bitch, go figure it out. Go figure it out. Okay, but definitely more important, cross them I's, cross them T's, dot them I's. Okay. Some state workers, yeah. I feel like it's something big. Yeah, that's why I'm make sure all your paperwork is in order. Make sure everything is good. Okay, and don't let them scare you what you got going on. All right, and it could also happen with you fixing up the house. So don't think it's just limited to the business. It also could be somebody trying to come in because they upset because they living in a 1-bedroom fucking apartment and they can't afford what you got. You know what I mean? And we not supposed to be able to do nothing. We not supposed to be able to do nothing because a lot of people are judging us based on stereotypes and not knowing that majority of us is not the stereotype that they're saying that we are. All of us are not. All of us don't have a whole bunch of baby daddies. Trust me. All of us are not broke. All of us are not dirty. All of us don't have nappy hair, like nappy dirty hair, whatever. All of us aren't whatever the fuck they perceive us to be. All of us aren't murderers. We all don't sell dope. We're all not just whatever it is that they say. And so I think whoever this person is, they're going to perceive you as to be what they've heard about you. And that's another reason how come. So that's what it is. So they'll try to trigger you into kind of like going off so they can say, see, look at what kind of person she is. And if that's the case, it might have something to do with the daycare. And that's how come I'm saying, like, if you want to get your lick back, make sure it's a classy lick back. So you can still feel good about yourself for taking up for yourself, but so that you don't have to put yourself in a compromising position. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. So just be careful. Just be careful. You got this though. Miss Neil. Miss Neil. Y'all, I'm going to apologize in advance because I have been drinking more than eating. And I am just trying to get my minerals and stuff, like, back in order. And so, I have to pee a lot. And I'll probably be peeing a lot for, like, the next week or two. Okay? So, let me take this little hot break. And when I come back, Miss Neil, I'm going to get to you. Okay? All right. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right, I'm back. All right. Miss Neil. Let's get Miss Neil. Miss Neil, this is talking about being like in a relationship of love, like some type of relationship. This could have been you loved your job, It could have been as simple as you loving a job. It does not 100% necessarily mean like a relationship, but there was a conflict here, right? And an imbalance. And whatever the situation was, it kind of affected your self-love. It made you start to check out your values. And it also made you feel unbalanced, right? Because everything was one-sided. It is saying that if you want success, or if you wanted success, wanted happiness, and you wanted to be inspired, right? It's talking about finding that child within, finding satisfaction, and knowing the truth. Which I think the truth is a lot deeper than people thought. Hey, Vignay. Okay? But it's literally saying to use your resources to make shit happen. Make sure you use more so self-confidence than anything and have willpower in this situation. You manifest it, then you have power over it. Okay? This is talking about be inspired by action. Okay? Which could mean if somebody says, hey, I'm going to give you a raise, and they don't give you a raise, then you know this person cannot really be trusted at their word. You know what I mean? So, but if they say they're going to give you, and sometimes people don't even have to say they're going to give you a raise. They could just give you a raise. That's an action. That means that this person really do care about your well-being. So this situation is talking about being in a situation where you was in love before. There was a lot of conflict, a lot of disharmony. You had to separate from this person because you started to realize that there was no balance here. It was one-sided. There was no values. You want something that's successful. You want to be inspired by whatever this was that you left, which could, like I said, it could be a job or a relationship. According to your comments, it's a relationship, okay? So you want to have a successful relationship, a happy relationship. You want to find satisfaction in your relationship. You want a truthful relationship, right? So in order for you to receive that, you have to find the mad magician within. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you one thing. When I loved my husband, I remember when I loved my husband so much. For a long time, it worked. It did. But then all of a sudden, one day, his friends started talking to him, and then my husband just felt like the love that I had for him was way more than the love that I had for me. And I had to put myself in a situation where I had to love myself first and let him know, like, hey, I do love myself more than I love this relationship. And that's what got me and my husband back on a pretty good page, because he started to understand that I valued myself and he had to respect that. Okay? And so that's one of the things that I see here. If you are the one who manifested, then you are the one that have more power over it, because it's your manifestation. It's just your actions and how you choose to deal with it. Okay, so in other words, as soon as this person decides that they want to do some dumb shit, let them know, like, hey, I'm not going to deal with this. And sometimes you don't even have to say it with words. You more so mean it with actions. Okay? Trying again after 20 years? Yeah. Let him know. Make sure you put it out there like, hey, this is what it is. And either you're going to take it or you're going to leave it, because I'm not going to deal with it. Because as soon as you put yourself in a position where these men feel like you just going to deal with their shit, they're going to keep giving you their shit. Trust me. He'll go from hitting you a little bit to slapping you to punching you because you're dealt with it. And now everybody at your funeral because he went overboard. Okay? All right. Auntie Yo. That's okay, because people change, Miss Neal. That's one of the things that I talk about in my readings all the time. People do change. Okay? Tim, I need some more shelves put up there.
Like across?
Yeah.
Do we have shelves?
Of course. And then I think I need this table and chair probably moved, so I can put my shelves here. Some of my other two bookshelves can go here. Yeah, so I can put more stuff in here. Auntie Yo, what's up, yo? What's up? All right, Auntie Yo, let's see what's going on with you. I don't know what's going on with this page, but y'all, they trying to suppress me, like, for real, for real. I feel like I'm starting all over again with this page. I'm gonna go on my backup page next time, but I have been doing like baby mama, baby daddy. The next one I want to do is probably the mama one. You know, maybe I'll have you guys vote. If you guys are in Telegram, I'll maybe have you guys vote and let me know which one you want to do next. The baby mama fucking reading was amazing yesterday. I thought it was amazing. And then the baby daddy one that we did before that was fucking great. They were beautiful. And so I want to do the mom, the dad, the auntie, the uncle, the baby, the oldest sister, and I also want to do the middle child. So I'm gonna do those next. But I really did. I really enjoyed those a lot. You welcome, honey. I'm good. And when you say that right there, you say we'll see. Hopefully it remains good. If not, deuces. That's where that action comes in. When we were saying, you know, some people have words, some people have actions. Actions speak louder than words. So if you keep saying things, people will be like, oh, well, you just keep saying it and trust me because I used to live that lifestyle. Like, oh, and to a degree, I still kind of live that lifestyle. Like with my baby girl, I keep telling her, like, I'm going to put you out, I'm going to put you out, I'm going to put you out. But they know I'm not going to put them out. They know it's just words. I don't be for real. They not going nowhere. They get on my nerves though, but still, they ain't going nowhere. All right, Auntie Yo, this is interesting. You got swords. Wow. Queen of Swords, Justice, and Seven of Swords in reverse. Somebody's getting ready to come clean. Somebody's about to tell you the truth. Or maybe you have already found out the truth. And maybe finding out the truth led to the end of something because you got Revelations. And Revelations is talking about the end, right? It's talking about like kind of basically learning out the truth. And then and now it's the end. This is also talking about freedom because someone got caught. Imposter syndrome. Interesting. Self-deceit. Someone was keeping secrets from you. Well, now it's time for them to take responsibility for what they did, especially if they want to start fresh with you. Okay, but this also could be you to someone. All right. I do see intelligence here. This is you finding intelligence, looking at things from a different point of view, finding your own independence, starting to be unbiased when it comes to your judgment. Having clear boundaries is definitely something that you should start practicing. Direct communication is also something that you should start practicing. Being supportive to people who are supportive to you. And again, that is being supportive to the people who are supportive of you. Okay, you are an empath. I think that you should start trusting how you feel. At the same time, it's not just trusting how you feel when it comes to being an empath, okay? Because, like, I'm an empath, and sometimes I could sit there and I could see somebody and be like, like, I don't like them, I don't like them, I don't like them. And then I'll sit down and ask myself, like, damn, why I don't like them if I don't know them? Well, the reason that you don't like them is because it's not that you don't like them, but it's that you feel them not liking you. So what you're feeling is I don't like them, or I don't like that person. I don't like you because it's them who's feeling I don't like you. Does that make sense? Do you get it? You know, sometimes you could like somebody, but you don't really like that person. You're only liking them because you feel them liking you. And sometimes this is how come we get involved with the wrong people, because you think that you feeling them, but that's not, you're feeling them feeling you. So that's the thing about being an empath. So you gotta trust that. It's a reason, bitch, why I'm sitting here feeling like I don't like you. Oh, bitch, it's not me because I don't know you. You don't like me. Okay, bitch, now I know to just, keep my cool, keep my distance, okay? And I feel like that will help you protect yourself a little bit more. And that is what's going to encourages protection, okay? Which brings fairness and harmony. So this is also talking about being able to tell people like, hey, what's going on? Tell me the truth. If they can't tell you the truth, cut them off. Cut them off. You can't tell me the truth, I'm done. Cut them off. Right? This is fairness, harmony, truth, and justice. It's fair. If you can't tell me the truth, you don't deserve to be around me. Matter of fact, this should be a law that you make for yourself. A law of balance and equality. Virtue, honor, integrity, righteousness, blah, 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 all those words. This all happened because people around you started having imposter syndrome. So what you did was you demanded them to tell you who they really are. They're going to get cut off. That's what this is. It's time for you to demand people to tell you who they really are. Tell me who you really are. Like, tell me who you are. If you're a scammer, tell me you're a scammer. Give me the choice to hang out with you or not. Yeah. But this is also you taking responsibility for knowing that you are in charge of who you cut off and who you allowed to stay in your life. Ashe. I think that's everybody. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. But I'm going to come back. We're going to come back and I'll probably go back onto my main page. All right. So I don't know if I should give this page a break. But I do know that I got violated for doing those grab avoid codes. And then if you go look at my page, my views are like 200. So I'm like, okay, since they gave me another freaking violation, they're holding my videos again. And so I'm probably going to go onto my other page and do some of my readings. So if you guys do not have the other page, I think if you put like hashtag Kiwi Baby, you'll find it. And I think we're just now like hitting almost 70,000 followers over there. Almost. And maybe I should, probably, I don't know if I should grow that page or not. I don't know what I should do with that page because that page is always getting hit. But I'm gonna just, try to not say much on that page or try to definitely talk in code on that page. But what I found out is sometimes even if I feel like I'm not doing anything, I'm still doing something, So I don't know how I'm gonna do that. But you guys are definitely free to follow me on Telegram. And then, you know what? I was going to wait till I got to 100 people on Telegram to go live. But I think because I said that, I think that's how come my page hasn't been growing. Like, I haven't had nobody in that page, like, for a while. And so I'm not going to wait for people to come from TikTok to go to Telegram. I'm just going to go on Telegram because I just found out that there's people on Telegram like there's people on fucking TikTok. And if I go live over there, I'll find a whole new community of people. And so that's what I'm going to do over there. So I'm not going to need people to go from here to there. I can just go over there and go live. So if you guys are on Telegram, you guys can expect me to start going live over there as well. Okay. And then I don't know, I'm just going to try something different and see how it is over there. And I'm excited to do so. And I think if you guys don't have a Telegram, you guys might want to get a Telegram because a lot of people definitely are going over to Telegram. I think that might be the actual new place. Even though a lot of people were saying Clapper's like, but I think Telegram is definitely about to be the new place. So if you don't have a Telegram, you might want to get one of those. On that note, I guess I will see you guys later. And you are so welcome, Auntie Yo. Bye, guys.